Welcome back, guys, to Trails Through Daybreak. Well, last episode, we met with the editor of Mail to discuss Dingo's legacy, hearing of a notebook that may be stored away somewhere as we got info from Marielle before she joined us in the hunt, tracking down the taxi driver and Edith to obtain a key to find our prize. Having learned more about Dingo's links to Almata, as well that he knew everything about them way before we managed to uncover it, we now sweep the Seiden District. So what do we have lined up next? Well, we've still got sweeps to do. We've still got people to talk to. We've still got the church to go into where Lashkar is in. And we've still got the Seiden District to go through as well, with multiple places that were red. Was it just one? It was pretty much the hotel has a big meeting going on in it. So let's conclude the sleep and decide what we're going to do for our two remaining connections. Who do we visit? Can I even reach maximum with Nina? If they only give 100, I don't think I can, unless I got more stuff with Nina. Who knows? I should probably do Yume and Jack and Hal. If it's only doing plus 100. Then without outside forces, I don't think I can reach it. Once the state of emergency lifts and the festival begins, the marketplace should get a nice shot on the arm. I imagine plenty of industries will try to time their expansion with it. That brings a need for eagle-eyed consultants like us. Speaking of, the festival is an excellent opportunity to conduct some market research. It's nice that this uptick in my work will keep me busy. But man, I really need to find a better way of letting off steam. No more adult websites for me. I need to go cold turkey. There must be something else that might help me unwind. You only look at swimsuit models. I've heard we're about done rounding up the Almata stragglers around the capital. Serves them right. Justice always prevails. It's just a shame we couldn't do anything about it earlier. All those we lost. But it really warms my heart to see the citizens banding together and keeping things under control throughout the state of emergency. Just goes to show that when the police, the bracers, and the public put their minds together, there's nothing they can't do. We're not out of the woods yet, though. We've got the festival coming up, and that's always a doozy for us cops. After everything we've been through, we all need a break like this. Want everyone to enjoy it to the fullest. And yes, we do still have to read the paper.
That policeman looks so cool!
I don't think we need to read the movie review, because it's literally the same thing we saw in the movie, to be fair. There's barely any extra information, sadly. I wish they were a bit more built out. Always knew Senior Officer Claudel was keeping records on stuff beyond even his usual investigative work, and I never thought his side notes would end up exposing Almata collaborators. I guess it goes to show how important it is to talk with everyday people. Yes, it is. Even as a receptionist, I hope someday I get the chance to go above and beyond the call of duty like that. I need to do more than just connect with the public. I need to put their information to good use.
Alrighty.
We're making quick work of those Armada stragglers. As for me, I'm collecting intel from reports about shady businesses in town. Some of those leads are actually paying off. Helped us pin down some Armada funding sources in Edith, plus some of their shell companies. All the more reason why doing work on the ground is so important. Everyday people have plenty to share. The inspector says that you guys helped out sometime too. Or some too. That said, you can't expect us to just keep our mouths shut when we see you skirting the law. But well, results are results. I guess I can cut you some slack. But you best stay on the right side of this law, Spriggan. You don't want the police coming after you too. Nina really annoys me. You basically have to luck or guide into getting a max in one playthrough. Same as Daswani. Well, I got Daswani done. So I'm guessing by what you're saying, I have missed something with Nina that prevents me from actually maxing out Nina. So I should not think about doing Nina's. Trion Tower, your time has come. You will be mine this day. I had to spend a time inside, of course, but I hardly gave in. What did you think I would? What, did you think I would? You wound me. This time, I will unveil that je ne sais quoi, that mystic noir of yours, display it for all to see. Movie. Same movie as Daswani, different night. Oh, okay. Well, sorry, Nina Fenley. We can't max you out.
Welcome to Erland.
Spoilers information. That's fine. To be honest, I probably was going to go with the other two anyway, which is probably why you just shared that tidbit. The tragedy has come and gone, but the lives we lost, they're never coming back. We can't forget them, not ever. We have to keep them in our hearts. I've been to that village, and I'll never forget the harmony it had. I want to work that harmony into my clothing designs. It's the least I can do in their memory.
We have full confidence in our products.
Are they good? Are they better than the stuff we've seen before? This does look like This does look like the good armor. This looks like the good stuff. It's even extra speed. $20K cash. My cash is plummeting. $13K cash. Doo-doo. Qua. These golden pumps are a big speed upgrade for not Nina. 2,343 cash. We'll have to sell stuff from here on if I want to buy anything. Except for Burgard's gold hair, of course. I can buy that.
We await your next visit.
To be honest, we've been to most places where we couldn't buy something. It's just been busy day after busy day, what with the EGC prep and all. Today I get to slip out from work early. Tonight, Jess has a big concert to celebrate his new record. I wouldn't miss it for the world. I'm so excited. I gotta make sure I'm all ready. Burgard rocks that gold head. Bleach Bond. Yes, excellent. I always wanted to be one.
What do we have here?
No, not next to that music. I'm glad everyone's back to normal. Gotta keep the team spirits up. I need to pitch in too. They've helped me more times than I can count, so I've got to return the favor. Right, I better help out too. Whatever it takes to get everybody back on their feet. That really the best you got? Barely broke a sweat. You'll have to train harder if you want to beat me. And there he goes, back on his high horse. Prick. Whatever, he was probably just so freaked out last time it threw off his game. But the last time I was not freaked out and I was not off my game. Got it? I do know that rotating the camera changes the volume. Maybe instead of running your mouth, you can run it back. Would you know you'll lose again? I heard the festival's going forward as scheduled. It's nice and all, but man, some of these guys just will not shut up about it. Do they really have to drag me to it with them? But well, I guess it's all in good fun. Least I can do is lend them an ear. Sure, our team is some oddballs and some straight laces. But we meshed together pretty well regardless. End of the day, we're all neighbors, and a good neighbor has your back. When that emergency declaration went down, everybody kept in touch and worked to keep their streets clear. Yeah, I guess that's a benefit of throwing together a bunch of misfits like us. The boys were all looking forward to the festival. Glad they were able to pull it off without a hitch. Really, the only thing we got in common is that we all have too much energy. So it was nice to cut loose and let it all out like this. How long have we been on the sweep already, by the way?
Gonna eat something?
We have to stop Crave Village from happening again. We're never getting all those people back. We can't let that tragedy repeat. I might already have a new buckwheat supply, but it's just not the same. I won't forget them. Never. But now I just gotta do what I can.
Hey, welcome.
Oh, Soul Chef's steamed dishes is new. I have just enough money for it. I am now at 43 Mira.
Thanks, pal.
43.
Well...
Not a lot. Not a lot of Mira at all.
Confirming your schedule.
Well, I think I'll take the time to have an event now then. Should we see about Jack's side hustle? We saw them not too long ago in the Black Light District. Let's spend some time with Jack and Hill. Van's group decided to take a short break. Everyone split up so they could spend their free time as they pleased. There he is. Looks like Jack's got business with Yamai. Hey, this isn't what you promised, old man. Promised? No, I'm sorry, but I haven't the foggiest idea what you're talking about. I never promised you anything, you see. What's up? Got a problem? Oh, hey, Van. You actually came, huh? Yeah, I was just a little concerned about you, all. So what happened? I asked this guy to reserve a certain 10 mirror coin for me on the off chance he came across it so I could buy it off him. But instead, he went by my back and pawned it off to somebody else. 10 mirror coin? What's got you worked up over it? Well, you see, people get very worked up over low denomination coins in this series. It's what we in the business call an error coin, a misprint if you will. Not only are the portrait and text flipped, but the copper is the wrong color too. That's a slight silver hue to it. These little mistakes are 1 in 10,000, if not rarer. 30,000 mirror per coin is quite common. But that's not all that can inflate the value of these, no sir. Owner history plays a part too, and a previous owner as infamous as this coin can bump the value up even higher. 50,000 by my estimate. Damn, 50,000 mirror for a little coin. Must have had one hell of a past life to command that kind of money. You're damn right I did. I take it you know about my mentor, my greatest rival? Of course I do. The king himself, ain't it? Hal's own old man. Right, then you probably know that he's not around anymore. There's a reason for that. I was a dumb little shit when I was younger. My cocky ass got him killed. Damn, dude, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to dig up all that baggage. Well, now you know. Anyway, I'm sure you put 2 and 2 together. That coin we're arguing over used to belong to him. After he died, that coin disappeared. I had no idea where it went. At least until yours truly happened upon it. Jack offered 100,000 mirror for that little coin, and at the time, I was more than happy to give it to him. Unfortunately, another customer beat him to the punch with a 105,000 mirror offer. Poor Jack was just minutes too late. It really was nothing personal. I was just doing as a businessman does and taking the better offer. Oh, give me a break. If you just told me somebody had put in a counter offer, I would have put up more money too. That is a little odd that you didn't do it. That is a little odd that you didn't do that this time. I know just how much you like to ring people for every mirror they're worth. So who's the money bags who ran off with a coin? Oh, well, if you want to know, you'll have to go straight to the source. As it so happens, the buyer left a note to pass on to Jack. It says quite plainly, if you'd like the coin back, come to Keung. Great, you couldn't just sell the damn coin to them. You had to help them antagonize me too. Thanks, Shimai. Every now and again, someone comes out of the woodwork trying to pick a fight with me. Who's got it out for me this time, though? I haven't a clue. Yeah, I remember that pair of cheaters you had to deal with in Lumpur when we were there in town. Sure ain't easy being famous, huh? You heading over right now, then? I think I'll tag along to see how it goes down. Sure, go ahead. I don't mind the company. Huh, what are you doing here? Why do you think I'm here? It's because I'm the one who bought the coin. I figured it was possible I might run into you, and now here you are, I guess. Yep, here I am. Good to see you, Van. I was originally planning on having Mao officiate our little game, but if you're here, I'd be more than happy to have you do it, if you don't mind. Sure, I could do that. Bit of a roundabout way to challenge someone to a game, though, don't you think? Yeah, but unless I go to that much trouble, Jack won't take it as seriously as he should. So just to reiterate, Jack, I want to play a game of poker with you. Winner keeps King's coin. Sound good to you? I'm game. You're on. You think you have any chance of winning against me? Do you really need to ask, Jack? You're right, my bad. That was dumb. Alright, now with that settled, I'll have you hold on to the coin, Van. Every round, you'll flip that bad boy to determine who goes first. If it's heads, I go first. Tails, Jack goes first. I feel like I'm being given a big responsibility running this match. I'll do my best to make you guys proud. I'm sure you'll do just fine, Van. We appreciate having you. Well, may the best hand win. Let's get down to business. Jack and Hal's game got underway as Van watched the proceedings unfold, but they realized it was with Crossbell's poker system, and suddenly there were 4 queens of diamonds. After the pair exchanged 100,000 mirror for 10 poker chips, they began to trade blows with each hand of cards. Once the match fully heated up, all of the remaining chips were put on the line in a dramatic showdown. You really stepped up your game, Hal. I'm impressed. Truth be told, I didn't expect you to even last this long. Save it for when you win, Jack. This game isn't over until it's over. Hey, you got that right. Quick, go for a 5 of a pair, yep. Sheesh, you two are freaking nuts. Not too many in Zemuria can read each other's hands and bluff the way you can. Looks like this next hand's going to be our grand finale. Sure seems like it. Keep up the good work, Van. Oh, please let it just be one on like a bust and a pair. Instead of always like a royal flush, please. Doesn't matter who goes first. Either way, your fate's already set. Well, here goes nothing. Moment of truth. Which hand should I catch the coin with? Wait, I get to choose? I mean, I should totally catch in my right hand because it's no, I'd flick with my right hand. I catch with my left hand. And then it goes on top of my right hand. It's tails. Your move, Jack. Damn, I've got to go first, huh? That's the way it's going to be. I'll exchange 2 cards. Oh, were you thinking of trying that on me? No wonder you're disappointed. It's definitely better to go second in that case. Al's got 4 kings. What have you got, Jack? I get it now. Must have mastered King's technique to play like that. 4 of a kind for Jack. No, he's got 5 jacks. He has got crossbells. What's going on? Did Hal set this all up? Sure did. King's whole speciality back in the day was taking control of the cards, including his opponent's own hand. You play well, Hal. Ain't nothing to it. Wait. There's still 1 card you haven't opened. What could you possibly still have left? The game should be over. Not if I've got a wild card in my hand. It's the Joker. And that's exactly what I have. A 5 of a kind with jacks. Read him and weep. That's not the poker I play. Sorry, Al. I win. What the? I'm not sure I follow you guys. Did you somehow use Hal's own move against her? More or less, yeah. No, wait. How? How is that possible? I can wonder what I like, but at the end of the day, they call you Victory Jack for a reason. I lost, and that's all there is to it. So time for me to pay the piper, I suppose. The coin's all yours, Jack. Here you are, Jack. Good game. Thanks. That was a fun one, to say the least. There's one more thing we need to settle before we head on out. You were giving her the coin anyway. It was the obvious thing. Hal, I'm giving you the coin. You're the one who should hold on to it. Huh? Jack, what are you doing? We agreed that whoever won gets to keep the coin. You earned it. You shouldn't give it back to me. In fact, I want you to have it. There's nobody else I'd rather see it with than you. Seriously, take it. It's okay. Oh, I get it now. The whole match was just a setup for her to give the coin to him all along, wasn't it? Sorry, Hal, but I can't let you have your way on this one. If that coin was mine, then it'd be up to me to decide what to do with it. But if you're that determined to hoist the thing on me anyway, then there's only one thing you can do. Play you again. Play you again and win. That's right. That's how these things work in our world. Fine, if that's how you're going to be, you're on. I'll keep improving my skills, and then one of these days I'll beat you when you're playing your absolute hardest. Till then, you better not lose to anybody else but me or your ass is grass, deal? Yeah, deal. And you won't find another pair of gamblers like these anywhere else in Zemuria. Glad I got to see this little exchange today. That was neat. I love watching these two flirt in the open. With the promise made, Van proceeded to enjoy some Jam Cha with Jacques and Hal at Kayung. Afterwards, he reunited with the others and got back to work.
We should get some drinks and have another heated round of cards soon.
Maybe I'll crack open the good stuff for you when you do.
And then...
Just try not to drink yourself stupid, Jack.
And then to bed. The victory dice were received. I don't even know why that comes up anymore.
Well...
Victory dice. Are they nice? Accuracy plus 40%. Crit plus 40%. They ain't bad. That's for certain. Right, I think we should be reading the newspaper fairly soonish. Alright, well, should we read the newspaper now before finishing up the sweep here? I'm not even sure. We're pretty much finishing up the sweep everywhere. At this point in time, we're pretty much done. Finally. But who knows what's next? Oh, we got the night sweep. Oh, yeah. We have, haven't we? The Tyrell Times Issue 8. Society! Organization behind Cray Village incident crushed. Government officials held a press conference today in which they stated the anti-government organization Armata had been fully exposed and its leading members were taken into custody, effectively destroying the organization. It also revealed that Armata was behind the devastating terrorist attack on Cray Village, bringing an end to the investigation of the incident as well as a national state of emergency. The Armata organization is a mafia based in Meseldam that has shown rapid expansion in recent years. Investigators have stated that the organization had been amassing large amounts of Mira after a change in leadership led to the mafia shamelessly indulging in illegal activities such as drug and human trafficking, which it had avoided under its previous leaders. This, coupled with additional funding from several unknown sources, allowed the organization to obtain state-of-the-art weapons, such as the field basic controls contact line display, such as the one that destroyed Cray. However, many mysteries about the organization remain unsolved, such as why a group getting rich off criminal activities would suddenly attack a rural village. Armata was also involved in the bombing of the Vashtar Palace ruins in Oracion on November 22nd, with several members being arrested on the outskirts of the city. Armata's leader, Gerald Dantes, is believed to have been caught in the collapse of the ruins, though at the time of writing, the debris is still being excavated. If he is found alive, then he will be arrested again on charges of drug and human trafficking. As well, arrested again? You have to arrest him once. As well as general and specific cases of destruction of property. He will also be questioned once more regarding his activities during the terrorist attack on Cray. As this case comes to a close, we ask our readers to keep in mind the heroic efforts of brave contributors from the police force, braces, and CID, as well as certain civilians who wish to remain anonymous at this time, all of whom worked together towards this revolution. Culture. Revolution Festival to be held on schedule. With the terrorist attack on Cray Village and subsequent national state of emergency, many were concerned that the festival would be postponed. However, thanks to the early resolution of the incident, the festival is set to open on December 3rd as planned. Aside from the addition of a special memorial ceremony for those lost in Cray, the event will follow the originally proposed schedule. The celebrations at this year's Revolution Festival are set to be the greatest the country has ever seen, with spending on the event already at 1.3 times more than last year. The Office of the President has been directly involved in directing the presentations and performances, and word has it the Republican Army will be exhibiting some of its next-generation weaponry. Stock prices have skyrocketed ahead of the festival, with many foreign investors riding their hopes on it as well. Experts who have run sample calculations indicate the total profits from the event, including secondary effects of the festival, could reach upwards of 80 billion Mira, more than making up for the economic losses the country incurred last month. The announcement of the festival's opening seems to have lifted the gloomy atmosphere that has clouded our great republic since the recent tragedy. We pray this festival will ring in a new year of hope for the country. Society. Heads of major Oracion corporations taken in string of arrests. There's not a citizen in Calvard who doesn't recognize the names Etoise and Quincy. The former is a prestigious brand, has established itself in the world of orbital automobiles, while the latter is a major confectionery brand. Both have their headquarters in the ancient city of Oracion. Both were also headed by descendants of the elite aristocracy of the old Calvard kingdom. Yet, on November 22nd of this year, authorities took the heads of both of these prestigious companies into custody. According to sources within the Oracion police, both Edmond Auclair, CEO of the Quincy Company, and Benoit Dalty, president of Etoise, had been illegally funneling funds to anti-immigration groups for over a decade. The police also discovered that the companies had been providing funds to the anti-government organization Armata for several years. After the initial arrests of Auclair and Dalty, monetary connections between anti-immigration as well as anti-government groups by many prominent business owners and investors were discovered, leading to a string of arrests that sent shockwaves throughout various sectors. The fact that two of the greatest companies in Oracion would indirectly support isolationist sentiment and terrorist attacks by backing anti-immigration and anti-government organizations is already unthinkable, but it is even more appalling that their funding has flowed into the pockets of the Armata, the same group that committed one of the most horrifying attacks in our history. Following these revelations, stock prices in all Oracion-affiliated companies plummeted, even for companies that were not directly involved in the scandal, leaving the Oracion Trust Bank scrambling to respond. Authorities are currently investigating how money began flowing from these companies to anti-immigration groups as well as Armata. It seems all we can do is wait for the honor of Oracion to be restored through the full disclosure of these details. The fact that Edmond Auclair, CEO of the Quincy Company, is the father of Calvard A-rank bracer Elaine Auclair, has also become a recent topic of conversation. According to sources, Miss Auclair attempted to resign her position as a bracer as a way of taking responsibility for the crimes of her family. However, considering it was Miss Auclair herself who arrested her father and taking into account her many heroic deeds, the guild refused her resignation, allowing her to retain her position. Mr. Hazel, a representative of Edith's Bracer Guild, revealed to our reporters, "We are getting loads of letters every day expressing support for Elaine and the way she is facing up to the crimes her father committed. As expected, the people are still looking forward to Miss Auclair's future exploits." Special feature, spotlight on Edith's 3rd District. There's one place in the capital that has shown more excitement for the festival than any other over the last few years. As many readers may have already guessed, it's the 3rd District where the gorgeous Tyrell Tower stands. You may be aware of the numerous special events held in the 3rd District in recent years, such as Edith's Girls Collections, EGC, along with the booming Tyrell Mall, its massive commercial centre. But do you know how the 3rd District got started on this economic boom it now enjoys? The 3rd District was restructured over 40 years ago in preparation for the construction of Tyrell Tower. The tower was designed by the one and only Dr. Epstein and functions as both a meteorological observation tower as well as one of the few orbital transmission towers on the continent, supporting the infrastructure of orbital communications in Calvard. Since then, the district has been the center of attention, with various shows and lectures being held at the theater constructed at the base of the tower. Around a decade ago, this theater was also renovated into Tyrell Hall, where an even greater variety of shows, such as musical performances in the EGC, are now held, drawing even more fame to the district. 3 years ago, we saw the opening of the Tyrell Mall, also located at the foot of the tower. Thanks to a unique approach to gathering merchants, and the mall is now constantly full of happy shoppers. This year, visitors to Tyrell Hall can look forward to the annual EGC event held on the evening of the Revolution Festival, as well as a New Year's Eve music festival held every year on December 31st. With the Revolution Festival on its way, it seems the 3rd District will be shining even brighter than usual. Paper red. Paper complete. Now let's finish off the sweep. You know, that Lugan guy isn't so bad after all. He's got a lot more heart than I gave him credit for. I felt kind of bad for just taking those Buzz Raider rumors at face value. I judged him unfairly. And he can always patch up his reputation now on the track. He's still the Comet after all. As a Z1 fan and a gearhead, I can't wait to see him get back behind the wheel. Is he in there, is he? What have we walked in on here?
That's true.
Maxim, could you tell us about your plans for next year? Well, what we all need is time. These new cars, these new regs, they're going to take some getting used to. I want to spend as much time testing as possible so I know I'm bringing out the car's full performance. And then, not going to lie, I'm still kind of bitter about the All-Red GP. I want to smash the competition next year to make up for last time. Thank you. And do you have any insight on Etoile Racing's internal issues? Or any comment on your own scandal as of late? Could you tell us your side of the story? Oh yeah, that... no. That was just a misunderstanding. I think I put out a statement the other day on that. She and I, we're just friends. I know a lot of people believe those rumors, and I want to apologize to everyone who got misled. The only lady for me is my car, now and forever. Well, that was hokey as hell. Good that he's at least trying to clear it up, though. He's holding himself accountable, at least. Best he can do right now. Let's just keep an eye out for him.
Now then.
At any rate, I apologize again for my behavior. I just want to put all that behind me. The festival's always a good time, and then next year I want to leave it all out on the track. Always a good time, you say? What do you get up to when the festival comes around? What's with the tone there? It's nothing bad. Chin up, champ. Chin up. On the surface, the situation has calmed down. The city is awash with festival cheer. But the order of events in Erasion remains a mystery, and the government and economy are rife with turmoil. The president has his hands full trying to navigate it all. He's told us that he won't be home for the festival as a result. The young miss feels as though she only ever sees him through a screen these days. So she's gonna act out again? We've had quite a number of emergency meetings at the hotel recently. Though the boardroom is not my place, I would be honored to assist the president with whatever official matters he might need.
Do you need something?
Depends if you have something that I can buy, which
Please
of course I
again
can't buy
now.
anything currently. Father said he won't be able to make it to the festival this year. Again. I know it's not his fault, but still. He hasn't completely forgotten me at least. That's a good note to end the year on. I should just suck it up and tell him how I really feel. Looks like the situation is all under control. The hotel itself isn't in any trouble, thankfully. Roselia seems to have calmed down. She should be able to enjoy the festival herself now. I do hope she's looking forward to it. She could use the wind in her sails. I've been a few times myself, albeit usually on the job. One of these years I'd like to just go for pleasure instead of business. There was that whole thing with the Quincy company in Horation, so a lot of suits and bigwigs are under investigation right now. I've heard even Hotel Leclerc got dragged into it, since that was where a lot of them were staying. We've dealt with a few Horation VIPs here ourselves, come to think of it. And you know, I do think they had some shady business going on, between you and me. Maybe all that scrutiny is warranted. My head just can't keep up with Polanski and their types. He was there to cool my head when I lost it back there. Where would I be without his advice? I can't deny it's kind of bearing down on me, like I can't manage on my own. I need to learn from him, learn to look at the bigger picture before I go making big decisions. Phew, I in the political world can finally breathe easy. Our party does still have some undesirables, white supremacists namely. They're a nasty bunch. One of the party's main priorities is keeping those old boys in check, and as luck would have it, curtailing them helps keep Almata at bay too. I can hardly fathom the lives lost. We're doing what we can, but it all feels so small. We haven't even been able to reclaim the bodies. Horrible, all of it, just horrible. As a representative of this great nation, our party must right these wrongs and bring these terrorists to justice. And now we speak to the... It's like they're talking politics, and look at these guys here. The real politics, I don't know. Nice little party you guys got here. Don't mind if I do. Well, if it isn't Aaron and the Arkride crew. Good to see you've kept well. Never thought I'd see a Bracer, a Hayway Elder, a Marduk security chief, and the CID head all banded together like this. Can't deny it makes me a bit on edge though. Types from both sides of the law tend not to mix well. I assure you it's much less charged than you make it out to be. We're just exchanging information and confirming agreements. Please pay us no mind. Kasim. Oh, I haven't seen you since Horation. We were actually just talking about how to go about cleaning up that mess. Taking care of the Almata remnants, you mean? Yeah, we smoked out pretty much all of the hideouts they had left. We're taking our own measures, of course, mostly concerning Almata's trade and supply routes. The more problematic trade routes have been taken care of. Hayway will see to the rest. Bet that's just what you were hoping for. We did also uncover some artifacts they have been using. The church is handling those. Yes, Celis and Leon took care of that. That's one problem solved. It's nice to have that resolved in time for the festival. In truth, that's why I'm here. The festival has the full support of the Kowloon group this year. That, of course, does lead to some overlap between us and Marduk. I'm here to make sure we don't step on each other's toes, so to speak. I can't tell you much. I'm afraid only the general approach HQ is taking. You'll have to wait 3 days for more in-depth negotiations. Mr. Thorndyke will be holding a meeting to go over our itinerary. Well, then you're right. Now probably isn't the best time. Can't go jumping the gun. They're discussing all sorts of things from the looks of it. Yeah, nothing to do with us, though. On the contrary, I do have some information you might find useful. We're still tracking down some Almata holdouts that have taken to the underground, along with some of the hate groups they used for their end. Leftovers, huh? And Melchior's still on the run too. Can't count them out just yet. He pulls those thugs back up, and we'll have Almata 2 on our hands. Indeed, he's quite the wild card. We haven't seen any movement from him as of late. But then that means he hasn't been contacting said remnants either. The guild's working on exposing Almata's business ties. We want to pull it all out by the roots. Elaine and some S-ranks from HQ are in charge of that. Some? Gotcha. How's she doing, out of curiosity? Sorry, can't say for sure. She should be back tomorrow, though. I'm sure she'd appreciate a nice warm welcome when she gets home. But out, bucko. Alright, let's finish off the Seiden District by chatting to them all again. We'll be entrusting Armada's artifacts to the church, and the leftovers will fall under Hayway's jurisdiction. The CID and the guild should make quick work of what stragglers remain. Melchior is still a concern, being one of their most prominent leaders, but we haven't noticed any moves from him as of late. Not that we should write them off just yet. We need to stay vigilant. The guild's helping out where it can, but we still don't have things under control quite yet. Elaine should be coming back tomorrow. Make sure to give her a warm welcome, will you? I'm sure you're aware, but taking that group out of the equation has shaken things up here in Edith. Time for you to make good on your name, Spriggan. Yeah. Was figuring that anyway. Where's the speak to you spot? I'm impressed you tracked down this little meeting of ours, Mr. Arkride. As I'd heard, you've a keen eye and a sharper nose. No, I just go everywhere. At any rate, Ashen should be here for the festival. It would be nice if you could show her a good time. Yeah, it's been 2 months already. I can't wait to see her again. Yeah, I don't mind, as long as she keeps her opinions to herself. Said the pot to the kettle. Incidentally, the clamour in Lamport has subsided for the time being. I heard your comrades may have been mixed up in all of the chaos there. But I must say, those young men do inspire confidence in me. The future is in good hands with their types at the helm. Sid and the boys, good to hear they're doing alright. Might as well kick back with them if they're coming on down for the festival. And that's the Seiden District complete. I'm poor now, but we'll make do. So that's every district complete, isn't it? Except for Lashkar, most likely in Riverside. We've checked out every board that I thought we saw as well. So I don't think there's another quest. Correct me if I'm wrong, actually.
May we be on our way.
But yeah, we just gotta finish up for the morning. 1 sweep done. Of course, it's like the finale now. So every sweep, there's not gonna be that many more sweeps left. But there's still gonna be...
That's how it goes.
Quite a lot to do. Oh, we made it!
AAA rank!
We did it!
Headquarters is sure to be impressed.
Got it.
Altium Garb, HP plus 900, EP plus 90, prevents all ailments 100%, and every stat goes up 9. A majestic cloak woven from mysterious shining threads.